Good evening. How's everyone doing?
What you're doing?
I doing a stream?
Oh,
What's up?
you didn't check my suitcase, did you?
No, but I gotta go do something, so I'll check it in a moment.
All right.
Ugh. Hey, Peter Piper, how you doing? I'm going to get started in just a couple of minutes. I'm looking for something I've misplaced. Hey, you can. How you doing? Ah, these things take time, sir. So this is a big secret. That's why I got back from PSA, unopened pack of 1991 Topps baseball. Actually, that's not it, but why won't this come off? There we go. Actually, I've always wanted to do one of those videos. Did you see them on Twitter and stuff? It's, they have an old pack of cards. It's like, this card has been hiding in a pack for 35 years. And ooh, look at that gum stain. Poor Tim Teufel. Teufel. But they make a big deal and they're going through the cards and they're like, okay, I got Mike Witt, I got Pat Combs, Lonnie Smith, and then like, oh, is it Omar Vizquel Mariners card? Just because I think those videos are silly. 91 Topps, I think, has the coolest Benito Santiago card ever in the history of cards. Hey, J Graph, how you doing? So I was going to record this unboxing anyway, or I can open a 44-year-old pack of baseball cards, or I can do that afterwards. I wanted to record this anyway because this is hey K Russo. There's 3 cello packs in here, so it's going to take about 4.5 minutes to go through it. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with Baseball Card Exchange. No, Ken, we don't open the old baseball cards. They're for looking at, not for opening. Or some of them are for opening. Baseball Card Exchange. He for the longest time has been like the vintage go-to dealer for unopened product. And they used to do on the Collectors Universe forums, the PSA forums, they do group breaks where it would be, we're going to take a 1983 Topps cello box and you can buy 1 pack, 2 packs, and Steve is just going to distribute them randomly. And most of the time, like with most cello packs, you get no names on the things. Sometimes you get really good cards. I ordered a 1984 Fleer rack pack from Steve a long time ago. Had a strawberry rookie on the top, which was pretty darn cool. So this PSA ran a special in December for pack grading for I think like $25 a pack or $26 a pack, which was a great deal, but it was a 90-day turnaround time. I sent these cards in on December 23rd or 22nd, and they just got back to me today. So 90 days in PSA land is, almost 6 months. But, that's whatever works. So again, all three of these packs came from group breaks on the Collectors Universe forums. Let's see if I can do this without exposing them all at once. So this first one, and I already mentioned it, it was a 1983 top cello box. And I ordered a couple packs. And one of the packs I got was the Chicken Man, Wade Boggs. 1983 top cello with Wade Boggs on top. And it's a cool card, but I mean, it's a cool pack, but this isn't super unique. This is just cello pack with Wade Boggs rookie. So I wanted to get a picture of it or get it slabbed. I got a PSA 9. I had no expectations for so what do they do to grade them? So it's funny as far as I know, still when you send PSA a pack, they send it to Steve at Baseball Card Exchange and he only says whether or not the pack is authentic. He checks for, has it been resealed? Is there a problem with it? Because the older Topps issues, there was specific collation, top and bottom. And I don't know if it continued into 93, but like I just noticed that George Brett's on the back. So that's even cooler. Yeah, he checks to see if they've been resealed. There's a way, it's harder with cello packs for me, but when you get old wax packs, and we probably won't be able to see it here, but the way they sealed them, it was basically, there were these rollers that ran across the back of the pack to seal it. And if you look at it under the right reflection or, magnification, the roller marks on the bottom flap should line up perfectly with the roller marks on the top flap. And when you're resealing, it's really hard to do that. So that's one of the things they'll look at to make sure. And then there's also things with the corners crimping and the way the edges are folded. Again, Steve's been doing it for an eternity, so he knows far more than I do. But there's a lot of people who, there's obviously people who reseal packs. But again, first of my 3 cello packs, 1983 Topps Baseball, Wade Boggs on top, George Brett on back, double Hall of Famer, PSA 9. I had no expectation that it was going to grade any specific grade. I wanted it slabbed just because it's safer than keeping it floating around the collection. So the next one, this is crazy. Again, this was on the Collectors Universe forums. Steve got a box. There was 1980 Topps. And the way it was put together, the top half of the pack is football cards and the bottom half of the pack is baseball cards, which is just bizarre. Apparently, he was able to determine that this was actually something Topps did when they just had some cards left at the end of the year. When he got it, he said this is the only box he's ever seen like that. And as far as I know, I never saw another one come up. So there were 24 packs like this, like known to exist. I think 8 or 9 have been graded. And that was, again, it was a group break on the Collectors Universe forums. And this is one of those things that I was talking to Houdini about it one time, and he hadn't heard about this, but it's a 1980 Topps football on the top. That was loud. Let me stop that from happening again. Chargers team leaders on the top, and then on the back, I looked at who this is. It's beyond a no name. I had to look up the stats on the back to see who it was, but that's a baseball card. I don't know if you guys can read that, but this guy played for the Tigers. So this is crazy. That group break, all 24 sold out. I've talked to people who have others of the things that came out of that cello box. And I think last time I checked PSA, I said, like I mentioned, 8 or 9 have been graded. And when it came up for the group break, one of the nice things about when Steve would do this is there wasn't any preferential treatment. It was just he grabbed the orders and he just put packs. So, I got the Wade Boggs cello just because he happened to grab the Wade Boggs cello when he was packing out my order. There was no preferential treatment. The big prize of the football cello box was there was a card on top of one of the packs. It was a Hall of Famer. And he told everyone, it's like, there's this guy on top of one of the packs. So Steve runs Baseball Card Exchange, bbcexchange.com. He's been like one of the premier vintage experts for a long time. But so he says, in this cello box is this guy is on top of one of the packs. And so everyone who participated wanted that pack. Guy's hugely collectible. I have no idea what kind of value that pack would be. I got that pack, and people were disappointed that I got it because they wanted, it's like, Mike puts these things together and for everyone. But this was really the prize of the break. It's a Walter Payton on top of a 1980 Topps football cello pack. And the back half of the pack is baseball cards. I've only seen a few of these. I mean, as far as I knew, there were 24 of these packs like this. From what I understand, there were no other packs that had Hall of Famers on top. And I got the luck of the draw, and I got lucky. I got a 9 on it. This is probably next to my Tony Gwynn Cabbage Patch doll, probably as unique as collectibles get for me. I don't know anyone else who has anything quite like this. I'm going to go post it on the vintage board on Facebook and make them jealous, apparently. That's my goal, make people jealous. So that was my big PSA reveal. If you guys missed it, this was a sub that I did back in December. They were running a special, $26 a pack, which was a deal. And I had these 3 cello packs sitting around that I'd always wanted to get slabbed, always wanted to get graded. You know what? If you told me it was worth $1,000, I wouldn't be surprised. If a big Walter Payton collector with deep pockets would probably go beyond that, because Walter Payton's, his collectors are kind of like, I'd compare them to the Cal Ripken collectors in baseball. Like, they go nuts for the really unique stuff. But I have no idea what it's worth. And unless someone comes and offers me, an insane amount of money, it's just going to be part of my collection, which, because I don't have tons of unique stuff, but, it's neat to have unique stuff. I'm going to get some pictures of these so I can post them on Twitter in a little bit. And then in just a moment, I'm going to explain my idea for my next group break. It's very similar to sending cards into PSA. I think it's a different form you have to fill out, but you just pack them up and fill out your submission form and send it off. So for these, I just put them in team bags, and then I bubble wrapped the whole mess together. I put bubble wrap around it, and then I double boxed it and sent it off and prayed that it got there safely and that it got back safely. The only tricky thing with packs is there's some packs they don't grade for. Like I don't know if you're familiar with the Supercellos from 80 and 81. They don't have holders that fit the Supercellos, so they don't grade those. Some of the big size, like Topps Giant, I don't think they grade those. I don't think they have a holder for them. GAI used to, but I don't even know if they. I don't think they're a thing anymore. That was the big PSA reveal. I haven't opened one of these in a while. I'm going to see this. All right. These cards have been hiding in this pack for 44 years. Anyone want gum? I think I broke my table. Silvio Martinez. I bought this box a long time ago. I wanted to grade some 81 Topps, and the print registration is off on all of these, and the hat is cool. So it was like I made it through 2 or 3 packs. Well, not 2 or 3. I probably opened about 7 or 8 packs, and I pulled out one card that I thought might have been a PSA 9, and then I stopped opening them. And Barry Evans, Padre legend. Jeez. Oh yeah, he was great. And then so I open one every once in a while just for fun. But yeah, these I love these cards. This design. Ooh, rookie. Is that Hubie Brooks? Hubie Brooks and Mookie Wilson rookie card. Read it and weep. This one's actually not too horrible. A little bit of missing paint on the black line. It's a good looking card. Biff Pocoroba. That's probably not how you say his name. Is that Al Bunbury? Oh, Alan Ashby. TK. He was a Padres catcher when I started watching baseball. Cecil Cooper and Mike Schmidt. That's cool. And Steve Comer. All right. So I had this idea. I ran it by a couple people. Some people said, "Zitty, you're stupid." And I said, "Thanks, Mom. I don't want to talk to you anymore." And I wanted to do something like this for a while. And it's kind of like what I was talking about, used to do the group breaks on the Collectors Universe forums. Oh, these cards smell great. Like almost, it's like almost mildew. I don't know exactly what it is. But like I mentioned, we do group breaks, and both of these came from group breaks on the Collectors Universe forum, where they just bust a whole case, and you could buy a whole box coming from a sealed case. And the nice thing Steve would do is, I don't know if you can read that, but it's a wax box from a sealed case, 1983 Don Russ, and the month and year they did this break. So August of 2015, there was a group break, and I got in and got myself another 1983 Don Russ wax box. I don't think this one was no, that is 1986 Don Russ wax box from a sealed case. So from a sealed case is cool because you know that like if this wasn't from a sealed case, and not that everyone did this, happened occasionally, happened less often than people think it did. I could if I'm opening a box and in my first 4 packs I pull a Sandberg rookie, a Boggs rookie, and a Gwynn rookie, I'm like, well, I'm not getting any more good rookies out of this. I'm just gonna put 4 other packs in this, put the lid back down, and move on. I'll sell it to someone else. So what my thought is I want to run a break where I'm going to, it's a variety thing. They're not all old. They're not all from a sealed case, but I am going to sell packs from sealed boxes, and I'm selling packs. I'm not going to open your packs. If a box sells out while we're doing this and someone wants their pack opened, I'd certainly open your pack for you and send you the stuff. But if you just want old unopened packs, or you want the fun of opening old packs of baseball cards, that's what I'm going to do. These 2 boxes will most definitely be in it because I picked those out thinking that'd be a good thing. And it's not going to be all old, because some of these are, I haven't looked at the price, but a pack of these, I would guess, is somewhere between $9 and $12. Pack of those, probably $5 to $6 range. But you can get Jose Canseco and Fred McGriff rookies, and Paul O'Neill rookies, and Diamond Kings. So some of it's going to be like that. Another one that I think this is neat. This is 1991 Topps Baseball, which isn't very special, but where's that other pack I opened? Hang on, I gotta go grab a pack. So, up until 1998, 1988, they used the wax pack. It didn't really change much. It was the wax pack. In, I think, 1990 or 89, they introduced this pack. No, the objective is to never die. No, they're there to look at. They're museum pieces, Cam. 1991, this is it's like a weird, it's plastic. This is a predecessor to their foil packs. But in 1989 and 1990, they came up with they tested another pack, and I think these are just neat. They're these weird cello packs. And they're not exceptionally rare. You can go on eBay and find them. If you want a box of these, you want the box that's 45 cents, but it's narrower than a standard wax box. And like a lot of people don't even know what they are, and they just sell them as 1989 boxes. But so instead of selling these individually, because district fees eat you up, what I was thinking about doing, and if you're really inclined, you can figure out who's on the top and the bottom of these packs. I've never done that. I know people who do it. I think it's weird, but people think I'm weird too. So instead of saying, trying to sell a pack of these because I think a whole box would cost you $45. But if I sell them for $2, I make 92 cents on the end. Group it with other, and not necessarily these are just ones I happen to grab on the way by. Group it with other similar boxes from the era. I don't know that this isn't a Fun Face box. I would guess it's not. I've had it for a really long time, but I've never knowingly had a Fun Face box in my possession. But group it with other old wax stuff. So instead of buying one pack for $2, you get 4 or 5, or I got weird stuff like this too, baseball coins. You get 4 or 5 packs, $6 or $7. You get to open stuff, and if you're really lucky, you'll pull a card of Gene Garber or Steve Bedrosian. And then also, and it depends on how it goes. I have newer stuff we can add. You can buy packs, newer stuff. stuff that's not old but not new. Topps Mini 2013, 2010 update series. The idea is I just offer a variety of boxes, a variety of packs, and if no one likes it, I get to talk about baseball cards for a while because I'll be introducing them one at a time and trying to highlight what we might be concerned with in this box. I was trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I might do one of these horrible things too. If I don't do it this time, but it's successful or not, I would do it in another one. But the idea is with the old stuff, if it's from a sealed case like the 83 Donruss, you'll actually have a chance to pull a Gwynn or a Sandberg or a Boggs out of a pack. The 86 Donruss, you can get yourself a Canseco rookie. You get yourself a what's the 86 Donruss I like? The Ricky Henderson 86 Donruss. It's just this weird portrait card, but like for some reason when I think of it, Ricky Henderson cards, 86 Donruss is the one that like pops out in my mind. Yeah, I have a whole. I'm up to my ears in work for probably next 10 days, but it'll be what's that, the 7th? I'm thinking it'll be the week of the 7th. Once I figure it out, I'll schedule it. I'll send out tweets and whatnot. But yeah, mostly I wanted to show off my crazy cards, my crazy packs, because again, I'm going on Facebook to make some people jealous with this bad boy. It's a crazy pack. But that's my idea. It's going to be, and then when I do it, it's going to be whatever doesn't sell during the stream. I'm just going to leave up in the district store, and anyone can buy it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to try and sniff out any good packs because I don't have that ability. But so if you miss the stream and you want stuff, whatever doesn't sell will be in the store. And again, my only big thing is for stuff like the like the 83 Donruss, anything old that has key rookies in it, unless the entire box sells out, I'm not going to open anyone's packs for them because I forget who I was talking to about it. It's like, yeah, what if I have a box of 84 Topps and I sell one and someone's like, "Ooh, open my pack of 84 Topps," and there's a Mattingly in it. It's like, okay, well, does anyone want a pack that guaranteed doesn't have a Mattingly? Like, it kind of takes the joy out of the what if. But cool. That's it. Once I figure out the date, I'll schedule it. And I hope those of you who are interested can make it. I hope it's fun. I hope I just piled up so much stuff here that it's going to be annoying. And I'm going to try and make it so there's some not super expensive stuff, but some nicer stuff, some cheaper stuff, newer stuff, older stuff. And like I said, I'm going to put together like a 5 or 6 or 7 pack for as cheap as I can make it, just so you can pull your very own Sixto Lizcano card. No, he wasn't playing that long. He wasn't playing long enough to be in those. And that's what 2027. And while I have you here, because my wife's super annoyed by me, I've been working on Heritage Rainbows for Padres. I think I completed the 99. I think I got everything in. Get that. Every Padre green chrome. And this was the last one I got in Profar. People assume no one wanted to buy Profar. I'm like, where's Profar? Merrill. This got more expensive than I thought it was because I'm getting desperate and there's only like 14 or 15 cards left. I haven't found yet. And then there's cards like, where is it? Mr. Cease cost me $3 shipped. I didn't think the guy was going to send it. Is that when the Braves are going to release him on the 2nd? This is the guy who's going to kill me. Jackson Merrill. There's still, that was probably really loud. There's still 3 Merrills I don't have, and one's the orange. And the only one that's come up for sale at auction, I think, went for like $120, and I was like, I don't want to be at $120. But cool. That's what I got. I just wanted to share cards and talk about cards, and that's all I got. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll post it on, once I figure out the date, I will post the date on District. Crack those slabs. It's a blasphemy around here, sir. My kid doesn't understand why I don't open my cards. He's all, you just have them all unopened? I'm like, yeah, they still contain promise and hope when you don't open them. Once you open them, they're broken, and all promise and hope is gone. This could contain a really, really expensive parallel. Or it could just contain a parallel of Xander Bogaerts that no one wants. It is. It's totally shorted into parts. That's also a 5,000 count box. There might be a nice card in there. There might be absolute garbage. I was talking to Tom, and I'm like, I should do a stream where it's just I grab a box and see what's in it. See if I have anything. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, I don't have an easy grab. I have weird boxes. I have boxes that are sorted, kind of, and then I have boxes that I just threw cards in all willy-nilly, and it makes no sense. Then I have cards like this. This is I posted about this on X. I got a bunch of old, 90s basketball and football cards from a Goodwill auction. These are bricked. They unbrick pretty crazy, or pretty easily. But the crazy part about this, when I got it, I realized that the guy had sorted everything. So like, John Stockton, Top Stadium Club basketball. But I've been through a little bit of the boxes, and it's like there's no Jordans, there's no Kobe's. So I mean, I expected it to be kind of picked over, but I'm also super impressed that he actually sorted anything. Larry Johnson. This is back when I kind of collected basketball. I'm not eating the Boggs rookie for $10. 12 minimum. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all dropping by. Like I said, I'll post it on District. I'll post it on Twitter. And hopefully it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. I get to talk about cards, so I'll have fun. And I hope it's fun for other people too. Other than that, I'm going to get going. Ooh, I saw this. Actually, let me ask you before you guys go, if you'd be interested in this. High number, a pack from each. I don't know what it would cost, but you get a pack from each for one price. Wild Pitches says yes. I think we're doing it then. So that'll be another one I do. It's just you buy one and you get a pack of 20, 20, 21. These are all high numbers. I'm pretty sure high number, high number, high number, high number. High, yep, all high numbers. Fat dog fart. Depends what he ate, can. So that's another one I'll do. So the guarantees are I'm going to do 83 Donruss, 86 Donruss, the Heritage, that 89 Tops that I like, the weird semi-cello pack, and that one will be bundled with some other 88, 89, 90 junk wax, baseball coins, just something like here's 5 or 6 packs for whatever it is, $7, $8. I don't know what I'll have to actually do the math on it, but cool. Yeah, I'll put a post on the thing when it's ready to go. And other than that, I'm gonna go. Y'all have a nice night.